Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's still morning here. It's a little after 10 here in Nashville. Hope everybody's having an awesome day. I am just trying to pull up my Facebook page so I can see comments if they come in today. So, my topic today is whether you are a fat burner or a sugar burner. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but I just want to go ahead and say that for years, I personally was a sugar burner. I was so stuck in a rut. And we all get there. We all get in ruts where it's like, ugh, I feel like I can't change my body. But I was there for years. I'm working out as hard as I can, as long as I can. I'm eating healthy, doing all the right things, but I was just stuck. And truly, as I learned more and researched more, and I got some nutrition certification and different things like that, I realized that what I was doing, I was actually creating a body that was a sugar burner. And so I want to share some of that with you today. But first, if you're hopping on live, please feel free to comment as we talk today. I was trying to pull it up, but I think I have it. So, if you have questions, please feel free to comment below. If you want to say hi, go ahead and do that as well. You can like or love or send any of those things as well throughout our discussion. It will not be very long, just giving you a few little pointers and tips. So my name is Sarah Thomas. Most of you know me. I am a personal trainer, a fitness instructor, a nutritionist, as well as a mom of 3. I own a health and fitness business. I do online training as well as in-person training, one-on-one training, and group training. I have lots of different online programs that have been extremely successful with especially women who are what we're talking about right now, kind of stuck in a place where they feel like they want to get out of, they want to change their body a little bit, they want to work smarter and not necessarily harder and longer. But they don't know what to do. And so today we're talking a little bit about sugar burners versus fat burners. So, I don't know about you, but like I said, I was that sugar burner for a long time. It took me a while to get out of it. I can truly say now that I am not a sugar burner. I am a fat burner. And I want to teach every single one of my clients how to become fat burners rather than sugar burners. So if you've ever felt like you have struggled to lose weight, if you feel like you're holding on to fat, especially belly fat, if you feel like you experience those spikes throughout the day of energy rushes and then like a quick crash, then you probably are a sugar burner. Sugar burners typically eat small meals throughout the day. And so if you're one of those people who eat a lot of small mini meals throughout the day, I talked about this a little bit before Christmas as well, as far as why you should not snack. And so if you want more of that information, just contact me and I will send it out to you. But sugar burners often eat those small mini meals, and they're often high in carbohydrates. So when you eat those foods that are high in carbohydrates, you're using glucose as your main fuel source. And so when you're obviously using glucose or that form of sugar as your fuel source, you never teach your body how to use fat as fuel. You're training it to use glucose food as your fuel throughout your day. And so it's constantly burning glucose. So that means that you typically hold on to fat. You burn glucose, but you hold on to fat. And you're just burning the food that you eat throughout the day. So your body ends up becoming reliant on the carbohydrates for energy. And so our bodies are so smart, and our body learns how to use the glucose. It learns how to use the carbohydrates for your energy source. So you're always giving it to it. It's going to use the carbohydrates for energy. And so typically when you are a sugar burner, when your body runs out of carbohydrates, you crash. You crash and burn, and you feel like you need to eat more carbohydrates to keep your energy up. I mean, have you been there before? I'm like raising my hand high here because I have been there. It's like you're in that feeling of like, I have to have carbs, I have to have crackers, I have to have something crunchy, I have to have something salty, something like that because you feel like your body needs it. It does because you've trained it to need that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this before we move further. I do not believe in low carbohydrate diets day in and day out for 99% of the population. I am not a proponent of low carbohydrate diets day in and day out because I truly don't think they're sustainable. I don't think that they fit our lifestyle today. It doesn't allow any wiggle room at all to stay low carbohydrate. And obviously, if you're low carbohydrate, a lot of times you're deficient in a lot of protein. I'm sorry, not protein. You're deficient in carbohydrates such as fruit and vegetables, so those really nutritional fruit and vegetable carbohydrates. And so before I go further, I just want to make sure that you know that I am not somebody who says you need to eat low carb. But when you are a sugar burner, you typically use carbohydrates as fuel, and those are typically more of a refined carbohydrate that you're using as fuel, and then you crash and burn and you feel like you need more of it to keep your energy up because you've taught your body to do that. So obviously this can lead to weight gain because we're overeating those refined carbohydrates. So let's compare this to what it looks like to be a fat burner. Fat burners often can go hours between their meals. They don't have to eat those many meals throughout the day. They have increased levels in their energy levels increased. They also can lose weight easily throughout their midsection, and they do not experience those sugar spikes and crashes. So, Kelly says it makes so much sense. Yes, it does. It does make so much sense. I mean, our bodies are smart, and it's doing whatever we're giving it. So, yeah, absolutely it makes so much sense. And once you put it into practice, it's truly amazing. I can't even tell you how different I feel now versus 2 years ago. It's so internal. It happens inside first before you ever see anything on the outside. But the inside feeling makes you never want to be a sugar burner again. So back to our fat burners. Fat burners, they still eat carbohydrates. Like I said, you're still eating carbohydrates, but you're going to eat carbohydrates at the right time for the right reasons. And so that means you might not have it early in the day. Maybe you might not have high carbohydrates later in the day. It really depends on what your goal is, but you're going to use carbohydrates to fuel your body rather than just have them all the time throughout the day, every day. So you're going to use them to pair with your workouts. Depending on the type of workout you're doing, you're going to have more or less carbohydrates in your body. Fat burners often space their meals out more than sugar burners do. And when you do this, it actually regulates your insulin levels. And so you don't have those highs and lows. So because fat burners aren't giving their bodies a steady stream of glucose throughout the day, then it's able to actually tap into your fat stores for fuel. So you're not giving it a constant stream of insulin, you're not getting those spikes, and so you are actually able to tap into the fat stores. You are going to be able to keep your body satisfied without having those spikes throughout your day, and you in turn will typically drop a few pounds. So it doesn't really matter whether you eat at the very first time when you wake up. So it doesn't matter if you wake up and you have breakfast or you're waiting throughout the day, later on throughout the day to eat, you are still going to have that fat burning sensation and that feeling on the inside if you're fueling correctly without over carbing it with refined carbs. So if your goal is to switch from being a sugar burner to a fat burner, you don't have to eat as soon as you wake up. you can, but you don't have to. But what I have done right here is I was going to put the link into, I have created a list of my top 10 best foods to eat in the morning. And so whether that means morning is 5 a.m. for you or morning is noon for you, these are the top 10 best foods for you to eat to create more of a fat burning sensation, a fat burning machine, if you will, in your body rather than being that sugar burner. And so if you want those tips, let me see, I might have to move myself over here. Let me see if I can go ahead and put this in the comments for you. So let's see. There we go. Okay. So I've already placed in the comments if you want the top 10 best foods to eat to create more of a fat burning machine in your body rather than a sugar burner. They're there. You can go ahead and download those tips and those foods whenever you like. So the link is below there. So I know that this can be somewhat confusing to some people as well. And one of my most successful programs right now that I run online is a 6-week program. It's called Burn, Fat, and Feast. And we talk a lot about creating a fat burning machine. It is called Burning Fat. And so if you feel like you want more guidance in this area to convert your body from burning sugar to burning fat, you may want to consider joining my Burn, Fat, and Feast program. It's an intensive program in that you're going to follow the nutrition and you're going to follow the workouts. It's not necessarily advanced. So don't want you to get the wrong idea. It's not like you have to be an athlete to join the group at all. You will learn a ton. I have a ton of training, especially with nutrition throughout the program. So we'll spend 8 weeks implementing new nutrition strategies, as well as you will learn how to work out according to how you eat. So we don't just eat healthy and work out. We actually work out according to how we eat every single day. And so at the end of the program, you will certainly be well on your way to burning fat for life. And so if you want more information on that, please leave your email, or you can comment below, and you can message me, whatever, if you'd like as well, more information on that. I do have a Burn, Fat, and Feast program that's starting January 23rd. Right now I have 2 spots remaining in that group. And so if you are interested in that, you want to hop in, let me know now. And again, those top 10 best foods to eat are below in the comments, so feel free to download those at any time. Also, feel free to share this video with friends, family, anyone who you feel like may be in that rut who is stuck with being a sugar burner versus a fat burner. And truly, if it helps you, please forward it, please share it, tag friends. The more the merrier as we learn and grow through this process. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're watching the replay,